In comes the pace car. We will go racing for round 14 of Carrera Cup GB. It's up to Dan Camish and Theo Elinas, former Formula Ford teammates, to control the pace up towards the line. It's a wet road. As far as we know, everybody has gone on wet tyres. No gamblers in all of this, but keep your eyes on Zamparelli and Eastwood on the second row of the grid on drop scores. 4 points between them, with Eastwood ahead of Zamparelli. We go racing, and a great start by Elinas from the outside of the front row. He's going to grab the advantage. Is he on the outside line? It's all heart-in-mouth stuff, this, as they tiptoe their way round paddock. A sideways, Camish goes way wide, and it's Elinas who leads the way, with Eastwood significantly ahead of Zamparelli on the run up towards Druids. Camish goes round the outside. Lewis Plato in the red and white car, really wide there, looking for more traction. It is Elinas, then Camish in second place. Third is Eastwood. Fourth is Zamparelli on the outside line, down to Graham Hill Bend. Eastwood stays ahead of him, though. Plato is next, and Zamparelli crawling all over the back of Eastwood. He's alongside him, he's going to go through. Yes, he does, goes third. Sideways into sight, Zamparelli's off the road. Dino Zamparelli, having taken third place, slides wide, loses place after place after place. He's back on again. Slots in behind Justin Sherwood. No extra laps added on in Carrera Cup because of safety car. And as they come across the line now, it is Elinas who has an advantage of just under half a second as we go racing once more down towards Paddock Hill Bend. They turn their way out of the right-hander, and Theo Elinas it is then who leads the way. There is Seamus Jennings versus Matt Talling. Now, they have just become second and third in class because of the spin for Rupert Martin. Matt Talling having a good run here, and he goes through ahead of the championship class leader, Seamus Jennings. So Matt Talling is up into second in class behind Peter Kyle-Henny, who's already got a record number of wins in the category. And you can see the way that Tom Oliphant is escaping as Lewis Plato has to defend from Dino Zamparelli, who gets a tighter line out of Westfield, looks to the inside as they plunge downhill and now climb up the other side. Through Sheen Curve, a little bit wider there. Goes Plato, and he's on the grass, and Zamparelli goes through. Lewis Plato runs wide, gives away the place, doesn't fight the car, just lets it roll back onto the circuit. But by having to lift and delaying himself there, he has not only lost one place to Zamparelli, he's in danger of losing another to Tom Wrigley, who's to the inside line into Clark Curve. Is he going to be able to go through again? Lewis Plato goes really wide, and Wrigley tries to get up alongside. Plato retaliates, cuts across, hangs on. And there is Eastwood and Tom Oliphant almost together now as they go through. The gap is 0.455 of a second, under half a second between the two, and Eastwood goes wide. Door is open. Oliphant thinks, doesn't commit. Charlie Eastwood stays ahead. He doesn't want to give away the place, but he doesn't want to get involved in any contact, so eventually he gives Oliphant racing room, and through he goes. Eastwood gives up a place effectively. Tom Oliphant goes through them, but at least Charlie is still ahead of Zamparelli, and he's still banking points as he comes, perhaps with a touch of understeer, into Graham Hill Bend this time. Now lap 15. So Oliphant then up to third. Eastwood drops to fourth place. Now they have to lap Matt Talling up towards Westfield. Tom Oliphant bides his time. Which way did he go? Now to the inside as they accelerate through Westfield. Eastwood will go through as well. There's Dino Zamparelli, then the lapped Rupert Martin. And behind him, there should be this fight between. Now, Wrigley ahead of Plato. He has gone through into the top six. And Carl Leonard is not that far behind them there. Look, the Pro-Am 1 race leader. This will be Carrera Cup GB win number 30 in Dan Camish's career. Number 1 on the side of the car, number 1 in the classification, and Dan Camish accelerates now up towards the timing line. The flag is at the ready, and honours in round 14 of Carrera Cup GB go the way of Dan Camish for Redline Racing, who comes across the line to win. Dan Camish, the man on pole position, can't affect the championship too much now, but he can take points away from Dino Zamparelli and Charlie Eastwood. It's a long wait for the red lights, but they're on now. Engine notes rise. Who makes the best start? Good getaway by Eastwood, but Dino Zamparelli goes defensive and moves straight across to cover the line on the run towards Paddock. He has a look to the inside of Dan Camish as well. Elinas on the outside of Lewis Plato. Through Paddock they go. Elinas drops back into fifth spot. Zamparelli is on the attack straight away. He's ahead of Eastwood, and he's on the tail of Camish.
Oh, Eastwood's gone out wide. Eastwood's dropped a few places. Looked like he outbraked himself going into Druids, and this is just the opportunity that Zamparelli needs.
Behind Peter Kyle-Henny, it is still Seamus Jennings ahead of Ian Dockrell, ahead of David Fairbrother. Jennings is very good at withstanding pressure. He's being able to maintain this very slender gap over Ian Dockrell behind it, down towards paddock they go now, and wide and out wide and across the curb goes Dockrell. Fairbrother gets up past him and takes third in Pro-Am 2, and that takes some of the pressure off Jennings for the moment. Now we're on to lap 10 of 17, so we've gone past the halfway point. Charlie really does need to do this. I know it sounds simple, only one car to overtake him, he's the champion, but it's very difficult, and now he lunges to the inside line. This is the move, doesn't work though. That's the first serious bid we've seen. It didn't pay off, but he's now showing intent.
Yeah, well, it's quite easy to defend that corner actually, because you can go round the outside and still come out of the corner in front. You need to be right up the inside at the end of the braking area to make that corner yours. But yeah, he's definitely looking very quick now. He's going to try out the inside of Westfield. This is a dangerous place. And it looks like Oliphant's giving him some room, but carried on with the power. Charlie's being a little cautious. He's going to have another go. Down up, coming up the sheep curve. He must have this, surely.
Through on the inside, Charlie Eastwood takes the place. He now runs 5th on the road, and that's enough to give him the championship. So through he goes. It would be a tie on points, and he would win on the tie break by dint of more race wins. So Charlie Eastwood has made perhaps the most important pass of his racing career. And here is Oliphant right back with them. Eastwood to the inside, Oliphant gets boxed in on the outside line. Which one does Plato defend from? He sits in the middle of the road, and Oliphant comes out the outside of Eastwood and goes ahead of him. Fantastic racing, but it doesn't help Charlie Eastwood one bit because he loses out. Back ahead of him goes Tom Oliphant. The Mackay brothers are sideways in the background, but Eastwood has just lost his championship lead again, so Dino Zamparelli is back as the champion.
Oliphant looked like he'd run a little bit wide there. Has he left the gap on the inside? Eastwood must be getting so frustrated, and these conditions. Oh, he dives up the inside. Good move, good brave move. Has he held it and stopped it? Yes, he has.
Flash of the lights from Camish. Is he going to be bold and get up the inside at Graham Hill? Bradley thinks about it. Dockrell goes out wide. Zamparelli is almost up with him. Another big flash of the lights. Dockrell's out up the curve and on the grass. To the inside and through goes Camish. Zamparelli has to go with him, otherwise he's never going to have a chance in this last lap, and he's all sideways. Well held.
He had a big moment there. I tell you, when the Porsche with the engine in the back starts to slide like that, you've got to have cat-like reflexes to catch it. The race is going to be won by exiting champion Dan Camish.
But only just, because look how close Zamparelli has got as they lap the Pro-Am 2 champion Seamus Jennings. Dan Camish wins. Dino Zamparelli is second. Theo Elinas is third. Seamus Jennings has done enough to win Pro-Am 2, we reckon, by being second over the line. And this is the Carrera Cup Great Britain champion of 2017. Charlie Eastwood comes across the line. 5th in the race is enough to give him the title. Charlie Eastwood it is who wins. Redline can celebrate. And what a season it has been, and what a final race it has been.